Namaste Coven, welcome back to the mat and welcome to this brand new moon practice. So for those who are new here, my name is Bethany and I am the Yogi Witch, and welcome to beautiful sunny Pembrokeshire here on this heat wave. Gorgeous. So for today's practice, we are going to slow things right down for this new moon. So the new moon, if you've practiced me before, you know it is a time of healing, it is a time of reflection, and it's a time of kind of tuning in and seeing where we are sitting, how we are feeling, and just how we are kind of processing this lunar phase. So on this new moon, I am feeling quite tired. I am still recovering from COVID. So I am in the search for something slow, for something soulful, and finding some gorgeous space in this body, especially from spending so long in bed. So today we're going to slow things right down for about 25-30 minutes, really tuning into the breath, really working with this breath to find space in the body and just kind of getting lost in the movement. So my darlings, you can find any props that might be helpful for you today, might support your practice, such as blocks or bolsters, straps, anything at all, but get yourself sorted, and when you're ready I will meet you back here so we can slow to honor slow so we can flow to honor this new moon. Okay, my darling, so to begin today's practice, you're going to come to lie all the way flat on the back. So taking those arms overhead, give yourself a gorgeous full body stretch here, pointing those fingers, pointing those toes. Before we find the opposite wrist here, keeping those arms overhead. Now you can bend the knees, bring the knees to touch and walking the feet to the edges of your mat, or you can bring the bottom of the feet to touch and allow those knees to fall open in your Baddha Konasana. So anything that feels good to you here. As we begin to bring our mind to the mat and we begin to slow down the breath. Now before we continue any more with this flow, just a reminder that I am practicing outside, so if you hear the wind or dogs or humans, we're just going to go with this flow. So just giving yourself a few moments here to send that breath to the base of the belly. Using it to calm the mind, to kind of blow away any intrusive thoughts that have perhaps followed us here to this practice. As we come together as a collective coven. Coming together in this safe, kind and inclusive coven. Knowing that each and every one of you is welcome as we honour the new moon together. And if you're searching for something in particular during this lunar phase, then maybe you choose to set yourself an intention. Whatever you would like, no matter how big or how small you think it is. Setting the intention in your mind, sealing it with your breath and using the power of the energies here in this coven to really help manifest your intention. As we stay here in our Baddha Konasana for 5 more breaths, in through the nose and out through the nose. Beautiful. And keeping those arms exactly where they are. On your next inhale, you're very, very, very slowly going to bring these knees to touch. And then from here, lifting the feet off the mat, we're going to squeeze those knees close, pressing that lower spine into the mat. And then from here, allow those knees to fall over to the right hand side. Your gaze is going to flow over to the left, and you're going to extend your left arm. Relaxing here in your twist, beginning to open up the body. Beautiful. With control, we inhale to bring those knees back to the center. Take the left arm behind the head, squeeze the knees close, and then exhale, allow them to fall over to the left hand side and extend the right arm here. Beautiful. Inhale, bring both knees to center, wrap those arms around the legs here, lifting the shoulders, lifting your head, giving yourself a little cuddle here, rocking from side to side. Before we go a little bit deeper with these twists, by hugging the left knee close and extending that right leg flat on the mat, we inhale to squeeze the knee. Exhale, guide this knee across the body and move it over to the right hand side. Extend that left arm once more. Beautiful. Inhale. With control, left knee comes to center. Switch sides. Hug the right knee close. Extend the left leg. We inhale, lift the shoulders, lift the head, squeeze it close. And then exhale to guide the right knee across the body and extend the right arm. Beautiful. Inhale, bring the right knee to the center. Sweep those arms up and overhead. Extend the legs here. Beautiful full body stretch. Before we allow the arms to float down by our side, palms to the earth, and bend the knees here. First, we're just going to take a gentle kind of wiggle from side to side with those knees. Checking in with those hips. Before we roll through some bridge raises. So from here, you're going to walk those heels nice and close. On your inhale, we're going to lift those hip bones off the mat and we're going to sweep those arms overhead, move to the shoulders. Exhale, lower the hips, lower the arms. 4 more times. Inhale, lift the hips, sweep the arms overhead. Exhale, lower hips, lower arms. Inhale, sweep them up and overhead. Exhale, lower down. 2 more times. Inhale, lift them up and overhead. Exhale, lower down. Final time. Inhale, lift those arms up and overhead. This time we're going to hold it here for 5. Maybe lifting those heels up for 4. For 3. For 2. And 1. Lower the heels, lower those arms, hug the knees into the chest once more, giving yourself a rock from side to side. Now, as always, it's yogi's choice. You can roll the body to one side to come to your seated position, or you might follow me by extending those legs, crossing the ankles, and give yourself a few rocks forwards and backwards, massaging the spine. Before we roll first to seated, extend the legs, maybe having a slight softness to those knees. And we're going to take a forward fold here, relax the head down. Beautiful. We inhale to lift the gaze to the toes. Exhale, roll the body behind you. Take the hands behind, fingertips point to the hips, and all together we're going to find our reverse plank here. So inhaling to lift the hip bones, pull the toes to the mat, and send the head back. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful, my darlings. Lower the hips to the mat, and we're going to bend the right knee to the chest. From here, we're going to step that right foot over the left thigh, hug the knee with the left arm, and twist over to the right hand side. If you'd like to go a little bit deeper, you can take the elbow outside of the knee here. Finding length through the crown of the head here in your twist. We inhale. Exhale, beautiful, move through center, extend right leg, bend left, and we're going to take that twist again by stepping left foot over the right thigh. Hug it with the right arm and take a twist to the left hand side. Maybe taking the elbow outside of the knee if it feels good to you. Holding for 3, for 2, and 1. Bring the body through center, cross those ankles, roll over those knees, and let's meet together in our child's pose here. By bringing the toes to touch, each take the knees wide and settle the body all the way down. If it feels good to you, you can bend those elbows and take prayer hands overhead to open up the heart. Find a little bit of space in the shoulders. Like I said, today's flow is slow and soulful. Focusing on finding space in the body and creating peace in the mind to honour this new moon. So if your forehead is to the earth, maybe begin to roll it from side to side, massaging the space between the eyebrows. Beautiful. Before we release the hands to the mat, on our inhale, we'll gently roll all the way to our tabletop position. And taking a few cat-cows here to shake any stress that's sitting in our spine. We inhale to drop the chest gaze forwards. Exhale to curve the spine and push the ceiling away. Beautiful, keep it going. Moving through your cat-cow with intention and with awareness here of how that body is feeling. Beautiful. Before we bring the body to a neutral position, my darling, let's send the left hand forward. We're going to thread the right arm underneath and come to our thread the needle pose. You can stay here, or if you want to find a teeny bit of fire, maybe you extend and lift that left leg out behind you. It is a difficult variation, so you're welcome to keep that knee to the mat as whatever you're searching for here. Holding for 3, for 2. On your 1, we're going to keep that left leg extended behind us. Bring the toes to the mat. Press into that left hand. Lift the body all the way up. This time, we're going to reach that right arm nice and high to the sky. Send it back towards the leg, and maybe you find your way to a bound tiger pose here if it's in your practice. Inhale. Beautiful. Exhale, keep the left leg lifted, right hand to the mat. Step left leg outside of that left hand. We're going to slide back with the right leg and make our way into our lizard pose. So option to stay lifted, option to move down onto the forearms again if it's in your practice. But opening up the hips. Starting to feel that space and also engaging with the strength in our upper body here. Aiming to hold our lizard pose for 5 more breaths, in through the nose and out through the nose. Beautiful. Before we inhale, lift the gaze. If you're on the forearms, you're gently going to move back to the hands, and we're going to tuck those right toes under to lift the back leg up. First, we step into a plank. Now, option to take a knees down variation, or you can move to wild thing by stepping left foot behind the right. Find your back bend, open up the heart here. Holding 3, for 2, and 1. Move back to plank, lower the knees and take a little vinyasa here. Inhale to find length through your upward dog, shine the crown of the head to the sky. Yes, and exhale, bring the big toes to touch, sink back first to child's pose, stretching out that spine. And then we inhale, roll to our tabletop position, tuck those toes under and gently take a few cat-cows. Inhaling to drop that chest. Exhaling to curve. Inhale, drop the chest. Exhale, curve. Beautiful. Before we bring the spine to a neutral position, send right hand forward, thread left arm underneath. Again, you can choose to stay here, or maybe you extend the right leg behind you, either keeping the toes to the mat or lift it all the way up, wherever feels good to you. Three more breaths, in through the nose and out through the nose. Yes, before we bring the right toes down, press into the right hand, lift the body up and send left arm nice and high to the sky, staying here in your twist, or if you have bound tiger, you can bend the back leg and open up the heart here for 3, for 2, and 1. Keep the leg up, left hand comes down, and we find our way to our lizard pose to the other side. So stepping right foot outside the right hand, slide the left leg back, either staying lifted or moving down onto the forearms here. Recognizing if maybe one hip is a little bit tighter than the other. Three more breaths. Yes, before we bring the hands to the mat, bring the right foot back down, and we're going to lift the left leg up. First, stepping to a plank, either taking a modified wild thing or stepping right foot behind the left knee. Lift those hip bones to the sky and make your way into your wild thing. Holding 3, holding 2, and 1. Find your way to plank, lower the knees, take a mini vinyasa. Inhale, find upward facing dog, length through the crown of the head. Exhale, big toes come to touch. Settle the body back to child's pose. Flipping those palms to the sky and giving yourself a moment here. If you prefer to take a rest in a downward dog, you're more than welcome to take a downward dog. But allowing yourself to reset. 5 more breaths. Beautiful, Coven. Together we inhale. And we exhale. On your next inhale, press the hands to the mat. Roll the body first to tabletop, setting those roots, and make your way in to your downward facing dog, pedaling out those legs. Bend one knee, bend another. And we're going to take 3 down dog to upward dog movements, waking up our power, but also finding some beautiful waves through our spine. So when you're ready from here, we're going to inhale to roll into those shoulders, move through a plank. Drop those hips, come to upward facing dog, inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, push the hip bones back to the sky. Downward facing dog, 2 more times. Inhale, roll into those shoulders. And then drop the hips down to upward dog. Yes, inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, push the hip bones back to the sky. Down dog. Final time, we inhale, roll into those shoulders. Drop those hips for an upward facing dog, squeezing the heels together. Find your strength. And then bend the knees, push the hip bones higher to the sky. Downward facing dog. Beautiful. From our down dog, we're going to shift our way into that right hand. Left hand comes underneath the body to find the right leg. Gaze underneath the arm for 3, for 2, for 1. Switch sides. Left hand to the mat. Shift your weight and take right hand to find left leg. Gazing under the arm for 3, for 2, and 1. Right hand to the mat, gaze between the thumbs, and take as many steps as you need to bring yourself to the top of the mat. Bending the elbows, relax the body in your ragdoll. On your inhale, we engage the core, halfway lift, sweep those arms down by your side to shine the heart. Yes, and exhale to bend the knees. Roll the body to standing, sweep those arms up and overhead before bringing the hands to heart center. Close the eyes and give yourself a moment in your Tandasana. You may be feeling the heartbeat beneath those thumbs, but roll back the shoulder, find your length here, find the roots through the legs. When you're ready, we're going to start to shift our weight into our right leg here. And we're going to lift the left knee off the mat. You can stay here holding the knee and finding a way to a twist. Or if it's available, you can find the foot or the big toe and open up all the way. We inhale. Beautiful. Exhale, move through center. This time you can keep the knee bent and open up the hip to the side, or again, maybe you find the foot and open up the leg all the way. Holding 3, holding 2, and 1. Beautiful. Relax left leg down. Shift your weight to the other side. So shifting your weight to the left leg. Bend the right knee, either finding a way to your twist with the knee bent or extending that leg here wherever suits you. For 3, for 2, and 1. Switch sides. So again, knee can be bent, opening it to the side, or maybe you open the foot and open the door for 3, for 2, And for one, beautiful, bring the body back to the top of the mat and take a little wiggle of those hips here. Making a fist, take some wrist rolls in one direction. Taking some wrist rolls in the other. On your inhale, we sweep those arms high to the sky. Exhale to bend the knees and forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, sweep the arms to the side. Exhale, plant the hands down, step back one leg, step back another, drop those knees, take your vinyasa. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, bend the knees, cross those ankles, and gently move over the feet to a seated position. We inhale, hands come high. Exhale, twist over to the left hand side, right hand, lefty. Inhale, sweep the arms to the sky, my loves. Exhale, switch your twist. Inhale, move the body into the center, keeping those sit bones glued to the mat. We're going to send those arms forward and just get a really gorgeous, gorgeous stretch to those glutes. See how far your head can come to the mat. Before we inhale, lift the gaze. Exhale, roll the body up, take the arms behind the back, interlocking the fingers, and just pop that chest out for a minute here. Take the gaze to the sky, take a beautiful deep breath in. And on your breath out, release the arms, find the knees, and let's roll all the way back onto the back here. Hugging these knees nice and close and taking a rock from side to side. One final twist, we hug left knee close, extend the right leg. We inhale, lift the shoulders, lift the head. Exhale, guide left knee across the body and extend the left arm. Inhale, move to the center, gently switch sides by hugging the right knee close, extend the left leg. We inhale to lift the head. Exhale, extend the right arm and guide the right knee across the body. Beautiful, gently move back into the center, extend both legs, sweep the arms overhead. One final beautiful, nourishing, full body stretch here, Coven. Pulling that belly button in and up those ribs. Before we relax the arms by our side, relax the legs. And we're going to keep those palms flipped towards the sky today. Drawing in the energy of the new moon, allowing it to restore, to rebalance, and to heal our body, our mind, and our soul. Maybe giving yourself a moment to remind yourself of the intention you set at the beginning of today's practice. The intention you set for this new moon. Using this magic that you created through your movement today to seal it even more. Now, as always, you can choose to stay in your Shavasana a little bit longer. Maybe floating away with the rhythm of the breath or the music or the world around you. Or if you're ready to follow me, you're going to bend one knee, bend another, and allow yourself to roll all the way to one side of your mat, keeping the eyes closed and the head heavy as you lift your way into a comfortable seated position. Rolling those shoulders away from the ears and coming back into the room. And to close today's practice, we're going to bring one hand to the heart, bring another to the belly, and take a little bow of gratitude here to Mother Moon for the energy that she has lent us during this phase. To those who join together as a collective coven for their inspiration and their magic. And as always, to the strength of your mind for bringing you here to the mat today, for allowing you to create magic through your movement. I hope this new moon brings you everything that you deserve and that you desire, and I truly hope it helps to heal your soul, your body and your mind. Thanking you so much for joining me for today's new moon practice, my darlings. I hope you found a little bit of soulfulness through this slow movement. You can also pair this flow with my new moon meditation, that's also now available on my channel, or you can pair it with a little bit more of a fiery practice, anything that you want. But if you did enjoy it, please, please, please support the channel by maybe liking, comment, subscribing, anything at all. And don't forget, I do upload 3 free flows a week. But thanking you so much, Coven, for joining me here today and sending so much love and so much magic from my mat to yours. Blessed be.